Oops, I see a hole.
I was hoping you would catch that.
It's a little poofier than I would normally do, but I'm nervous.
I'm not real concerned about that. When I go to bed, I wrap my entire head in toilet tissue, so it usually gets a little smushed down anyway in that process.
In my class at trade school, I was number one when it came to frosting and streaking. I did my own.
Really? I wouldn't have known. And I can spot a bottle job at 20 paces. Well, your technique is good. Your form and content will improve with experience. So, you're hired.
Oh!
And not a moment too soon. This morning, we are going to be as busy as a one-arm paper hanger.
Oh, thank you, Miss Truby, thank you.
No time for all that now. Now you know where the coffee stuff is. Everything else is on a tray next to the stove.
Here, let me help you with that. You got tiny hairs and fuzzies all over you.
Oh, honey, there is so much static electricity in here. I'll pick up everything but boys and money. Be a treasure. Nell, this is the most successful shop in town. Want to know why?
Why?
Because I have a strict philosophy that I have stuck to for 15 years. There is no such thing as natural beauty. That's why I have never lost a client to the cut and curl or the beauty box. And remember, my ladies get only the best. Do not scrimp on anything. Feel free to use as much hairspray as you want. Just shove that stuff off to the side. It goes right there. Wash station and dryer. We'll set you up on this one. Manicure station here.
There's no such thing as natural beauty.
Remember that, or we're all out of a job. Just look at me now. It takes some effort to look like this.
I can see that. How many ladies do we have this morning?
I restrict myself to the ladies of the neighborhood on Saturday mornings. Normally that's just 3, but today we've got Shelby Eaton. I have to do something special with her hair. She's getting married this afternoon. Now, how long have you been here in town?
A few weeks.
New in town. Must be exciting living in a new place. I wouldn't know. I've lived here all my life.
It's a little scary.
I can imagine. Well, tell me things about yourself.
There's nothing to tell. I live here. I got a job now, and that's it. Could I borrow a few of these back issues of Southern Hair?
Oh, sure. It is essential to stay abreast of the latest styles. I get McCall's Family Circle, Glamour, Mademoiselle, Ladies' Home Journal, just about every magazine known to man. You must live close by, within walking distance. I mean, I didn't see a car.
My car? I don't have a car. I've been staying across the river at Robeline's boarding house.
That's quite a walk. Oh, Ruth Robeline. There's a story for you. She is a twisted, troubled soul. Her life has been an experiment in terror. Husband killed in World War II. Her son was killed in Vietnam. I have to tell you, when it comes to suffering, she is right up there with Elizabeth Taylor.
I had no idea. Was that a gunshot?
Yes, dear. I believe it was.
What's somebody doing firing a gun in a nice neighborhood like this?
It's a long story. It has to do with Shelby's wedding and her father. You'll be happier if you learn to ignore it like the rest of the neighborhood.
Knock, knock.
Morning, Clary.
Morning, Trudy.
I tried to call you, tell you I was running late. No answer.
I was out at the crack of dawn. I had to be at the high school.
And now, I would like you to meet the former First Lady of Chinkapin, Mrs. Belcher. Clary, this is Annelle. She's taking Judy's place.
Pleased to meet you.
Well, I'm a little embarrassed. If I had known I was meeting new people, I would have taken a little more pride in my appearance. I was at the dedication of the new football field. I am not always this windblown.
And now, they named the stadium after her late husband, the Lloyd Belcher Memorial Coliseum. The team has voted her all sorts of special titles.
I have the pom-poms to prove it. What's your name, dear?
My married name's Dupuy.
I don't think I know any Dupuis.
I just moved here. I'm originally from Zwolle.
Oh, that explains it. Trudy, I think I brought you those recipes.
Oh, Clary, the reason I called is, do you mind if I do Shelby first?
Oh, no, that's fine. I'll amuse myself. Shelby is the most important one today. Oh, that man! Al Swanee, I think the situation is getting worse than ever.
And now, honey, we're gonna need some more towels. They're stacked up next to the washing machine.
Sweet girl, where'd you find her?
She heard I had a position open and she just walked in. I think there's a story here.
What makes you say that?
Well, for starters, she's married, but she's living over at Ruth Romoline's alone.
Oh, I would get to the bottom of this if I was you. You have some nice silverware you'd like to keep.
I'm not worried about that. She's very nice. I just love the idea of hiring somebody with a past.
She can't be more than 18. She hasn't had time to have a pass.
Oh, honey, it's the 80s. If you can achieve puberty, you can achieve a pass.
Oh, yuck.
Oh. And now, honey, how did you make this coffee?
Like you said, I poured hot water through the thing.
Where did you get the water?
It was boiling on the stove.
Did you happen to notice the hot dogs at the bottom of the pot?
No,
Make some more, please.
I'm sorry.
Oh, don't worry. I love a good hot dog. Just not with cream and sugar.
Well, she's probably not an international spy. But if she works out, I may let her rent the garage apartment.
I thought the twins were going to live there when they went to college.
Recent developments. Louie is going away to LSU now. And Poot is going to go work for my cousin in Baltimore. He doesn't want to be called Poot anymore either. My babies are growing up.
I can't believe you have kids who are old enough to leave the nest.
You know I was a child bride. Anyway, I look at the bright side. I have some places to visit now. I've always wanted to go to Baltimore. I'm told it's the hairdo capital of the world.
Here they are.
Oh, the recipes. Let me see. Oh, this looks delicious.
Oh, it is, and the Bisquick makes it real simple. This one is from my daughter-in-law. She says that you cannot attend a function in Tikva where that is not served.
And now, are these chocolate chips semi-sweet or milk?
Milk.
Is the Cairo syrup light or dark?
No matter taste.
Where's that other one you were telling me about, the cuppa?
Oh, that's so easy. You don't have to write it down. It's a cup of flour, a cup of sugar, a cup of fruit cocktail with the juice. Mix it all together and bake at 350 until golden bubbly.
Sounds awfully rich.
Oh, it is. So I serve it over ice cream to cut the sweetness. Why don't you give me some paper? I'll write these down for you.
Adele, honey, can you grab Miss Clary some paper? There's some stuck on the Frigidaire under the crawfish magnet. Oh, and here is that article on Princess Di. Sometimes I wonder if Drum Eaton's brain gets enough oxygen. That is so annoying.
Try living next door to him. Hi, everybody.
Oh, there she is. There's my girl. Oh, come break my neck.
Hi, Ruby. It's so good to see you. Morning, Miss Clary. It's not that I'm unfriendly. I'm just worried about my nails.
Oh, what a pretty color.
I just hope it doesn't dry too dark. If it's too dark, it'll never do. You know the colors are never same on the bottle.
You will always find that to be true.
Oh, it's drying way too dark. Practically pink my foot. Trudy, do you have one of those nail polish remover things?
Yeah. There you go, hon. Where's your mama?
Right behind me, I thought. Hi, I'm Shelby Eatonton, soon to be Latchery.
Hi, I'm Annelle. I'm new.
Today is Annelle's first day.
Well, Annelle, you're working with the best. Anyone who's anybody gets their hair done at Ruby's.
Absolutely. Shelby, you know I would walk on my own lips to avoid criticizing anybody. But your father has us all ready to pull out our hair, and that is bad for my business.
Well, he should be finished with his yard work soon.
I hope so.
You're not the only one concerned. Mama's about ready to have a fit. She and Daddy are fighting like cats and dogs.
Oh, they're just anxious with all that's going on.
No, they're not. They just try to create as much tension as possible in any given situation. It's a creed they live by.
You know, I was just reading an article in Glamour about tension during family occasions. It seems there can be a lot of stress and trauma. The thing I found most interesting is that stressful times can unleash deep, dark hostilities that make your hair fall out.
They're fighting over patio furniture. Jackson and I will never fight over silly things like that. Are you married, Annelle?
I hope that coffee's better.
Well, it smells right.
How pretty.
Princess Grace.
Oh, did you bring a photo of that hairdo like I asked?
Here you go. Study it carefully. Here's the baby's breath.
This is so exciting. I feel like I am present at the creation. There is something so wondrous about the way a bride looks. I feel it is beauty in its purest form. Where are you going to put this stuff? There's no baby's breath in this picture.
You just stick it in. It's meant to frame my face. Baby's breath is part of my whole decoration concept for a total romantic look. Miss Clary, what cute shoes.
Oh, you think so? I don't know. I thought they may be a little too racy for me. I'm probably giving them away.
Oh, those are too cha-cha for words. If you decide to get rid of them, I'll buy them from you.
Oh, what size do you wear?
In a good shoe, I wear a size 6, but 7s feel so good, I buy a size 8.
Well, these are 8.5s.
Perfect.
Hi, Mama. Look at Miss Clary's shoes.
They're mine.
Is this a riddle?
And now, this is my mama. How are things at the house?
Oh, fine. Just this second, Weezer Boudreaux stopped by to talk to your father. I'm sure both or one of them is lying in a pool of blood by now. Hello, did you say Annelle? Oh, what a pretty name. I'm Lynn.
And how is the mother of the bride?
Oh, don't ask.
What's the matter?
Nothing a handful of prescription drugs couldn't take care of.
Here, let me take this for you.
Just put it over there, please.
Annelle, why don't you go on ahead and shampoo Mrs. Eatonton? These girls have mountains to move today.
Ain't that the truth?
Her coiffure card's right on top.
Piece of cake.
Mama, this color is all wrong. Looks like it's stuck pig blood all over my hands.
Oh, I'm sure we got something at the house that'll do.
But do you have pink?
Of course I have. Pink.
It has to be delicate.
If we don't have something, I will send one of the boys to get you some delicate pink nail polish.
Great idea, Mama. I'd love to see what Tommy would pick out.
Shelby.
Is there something I can do to help out last
You
minute?
know, you have done plenty, Clary. I think we got everything situated. We just finished borrowing every fern in North Louisiana. The boys got in last night, and they're helping with the last-minute odds and ends.
Oh, I hope the rain holds off.
Oh,
I wish it were a prettier day.
This is perfect weather for me. I don't function well when it's hot. I love cloudy days. On cloudy days, it feels like God's not trying very hard, so I don't have to either.
She does sweat profusely.
Thank you, Mama.
Heat never bothers me. I love it. But spicy foods make me sweat, especially on the top of my head. My hair gets wet.
Oh, I'll get it.
I bet that's for me. It's probably my mind trying to locate my body.
Hello? Why, yes, sir, she is. Hold on a minute. Lynn, it's your husband.
Hello, Drum. Well, I don't know. I haven't got it. I don't have... Drum, if you were trying to drive me crazy, you are too late. For the last time, I don't have it. Ask the boys. Goodbye. Oh,
What did Daddy want?
nothing.
So we're going to sweep it up and then leave some softness around your ears.
Sweep it up.
Yes, Mama. Up, like Princess Grace.
Did you bring Trudy the picture of Jacqueline Smith?
No, I brought the picture of Princess Grace. I destroyed the picture of Jacqueline Smith.
But I thought I made you understand the advantages of the Jacqueline Smith hairdo.
No, Mama.
Fine. At least I talked her out of that stupid idea of sticking that baby's breath all through her hair.
Keep your head in the sink, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. I find cold water refreshing. It just startled me a little, that's all.
Drewby, can I copy down your recipe for strawberry pie?
Sure. Shelby, your mama doesn't tell us much. What's Jackson like?
He's pretty swell. I thought he was a pest at first, but then he kind of grew on me, and now I love him.
Where did you meet him?
At a party at the Petroleum Club in Shreveport. I had no idea who he was, but I was getting a pretty big kick out of watching him on the dance floor. It was painfully obvious he'd never taken the time to dance in front of a mirror. There was something so attractive about how stupid he looked.
Is he real romantic?
No, but he does bring me flowers and little presents if I bug him enough. He has promised to bring me a red rose on every anniversary corresponding to the number of that anniversary. I think that's so sweet.
Oh, well, that's a pretty romantic idea, isn't it?
Yes, wish it had been his.
Lloyd and I missed 50 years by 3 months. That stinker. Bless his heart. He tried. He just couldn't make it.
You remember your wedding?
Of course I do. I remember everything. The food, the flowers. Weasel was my maid of honor. Oh, Shelby, I hope that you and Jackson are as happy as Lloyd and I were. We had such a great time until last November. Well, at least he hung on through the state playoffs.
Miss Clary, there are still good times to be had.
Oh, sure. But I miss the whirlwind of being the mayor's wife. It's not easy being just one. I don't like going places by myself. If I go with another couple, I'm just the third wheel. And if I go with a friend, we're just a couple of old biddies.
Somebody like you should be able to find something to occupy your time.
Well, I do love football, but it's hard to parlay that into a reason to live.
Let's just face it, Clary. You are a woman coming to terms with her grips. You and I are in the same boat. My kids are leaving town, and I've got a husband that hasn't moved from the TV set in 15 years. It's up to us to figure out why we were put on this earth. And that's today's sermon. Now, Shelby, are you and Jackson going to live in West Monroe or Monroe proper?
Monroe, of course. His law practice is there.
You're so lucky, Shelby. Louisiana lawyers do well whether they want to or not.
I don't really care. I just like the idea of growing old with somebody. My dream is to get old and sit on that back porch covered with grandchildren and say no and stop that.
Are you going to quit nursing?
Never. I love it. I love being around all those babies. Last week we had this poor little fella, 2.5 months premature. He looked like a big rat. I kept talking to him and holding him, but I knew he wasn't going to make it.
It's so sad.
It happens all the time.
Drum and I feel that Shelby shouldn't work anymore after she gets married.
I'm so anxious to discuss this topic for the 900th time this week.
Well, you shouldn't be on your feet all day. You should be kinder to your circulatory system.
And now, I know you're new and all, but don't let that stop you. Anytime you have anything to say, you just let her rip.
I don't have anything to say.
Well, Malin, looks like you're ready to roll. I think we can trust a nail here to roll you up, don't you? Do you think you can roll up Mrs. Eatonton a nail?
I don't know. Today's very special, and my work tends to be too poofy when I'm nervous. Does your dress have to go over your head?
You can't screw up her hair. Just tease it and make it look like a blonde football helmet.
Well, I must have missed the passage in Emily Post that said, all abuse must be heaped on the mother of the bride. Go ahead now. I'm sure you will do a lovely job. Doesn't matter what I look like anyway.
Hush, girls. Shelby, tell me things about the wedding. How many bridesmaids?
9.
Good Lord.
Exactly.
I hope that photographer brings a wide-angle lens.
I think it's embarrassing and awful, but Mama made me have my cousins and Margie St. Maurice.
Shelby, there was no way around it, and you know it.
It will be pretentious. Daddy always says an ounce of pretension is worth a pound of manure.
The poet laureate of Dogwood Lane.
Mama, I wish you'd get off of Daddy's back. He gets enough hassle from Miss Weezer.
What are your colors, Shelby?
Blush and bashful.
Oh, her colors are pink and pink.
Blush and bashful.
I ask you, how precious is this wedding gonna get?
My colors are blush and bashful. I have chosen 2 shades of pink. One is much deeper than the other.
The bridesmaids' dresses, they are beautiful.
Oh, and the ceremony will be too. All the walls are banked in sprays of flowers in my 2 shades of blush and bashful. There's a pink carpet specially laid for the service, and pink silk bunting draped over anything that would stand still.
That sanctuary looks like it's been hosed down in Pepto-Bismol.
I like pink.
I tried talking her into using peaches and cream. You know, that color would be so lovely this time of year. All the azaleas in our backyard are peach colored. The peach is so flattering on every skin tone.
No way. Pink is my signature color.
Well, what color is your dress, Malin?
Peach and cream.
Clary?
Beige lace to the knee.
Well, I am wearing a sexy blue chiffon. Shelby, Jackson's going to take one look at me and leave you behind in the dust.
Mama's dress is gorgeous. It cost more than my wedding dress.
It did not. It was on sale.
That's what she told Daddy. What she meant to say is that it was for sale and not on sale.
That's our secret.
Hello? Oh, hi, Janice. Oh, yes, I heard. I know it's an emergency, But today I am dealing with Shelby. But tomorrow's Sunday. All right, sure, fine. Come on by after church then.
Trudy, you should not give up your Sundays.
Well, you know how neurotic Janice Van Meter is about her appearance.
Janice is the current mayor's wife. We hate her.
Now, Shelby, fill me in on the reception.
There's going to be ferns and twinkly lights. There will be magnolias in the pool.
I just hope your father doesn't get any of those magnolias from Weezer's side of the tree. We will never hear the end of it.
The wedding cake will be by the pool. The groom's cake will be hidden in the carport.
Well, Shelby and I agree on one thing.
The groom's cake, it's awful. It's in the shape of a giant armadillo.
An armadillo?
Jackson wanted a cake in the shape of an armadillo. He's an ant that makes them.
Oh, well, it's unusual.
It's repulsive. It is covered in gray icing. But I can't even imagine how you would make gray icing.
Oh, worse. The cake part is red velvet cake. Blood red. People are going to be hacking into this animal that looks like it's bleeding to death.
The rehearsal supper, now that was an experience.
It wasn't that bad. It was out at Jackson's uncle's place on the river.
They served steak and baked potatoes. Oh, they went to a lot of trouble.
His family loves to barbecue.
For dessert, they served an original creation called Dago pie. I'm sure that says it all. Jackson comes from a good old Southern family with good old Southern values. You either shoot it, stuff it, or marry it.
They are simply outdoorsy, that's all.
Well, did y'all do anything especially romantic?
We drove down to Frenchman's Point and went parking.
Shelby, really?
Oh boy, the romantic part. This is what really melts my butter.
Then we went skinny dipping and did things that frighten the fish.
Shelby!
It's been a long time since we had a youngster in this place, hasn't it?
We talked and talked and talked.
Oh, I love those kind of talks. In the arms of the man you love.
Actually, we fought most of the time.
What?
Because I told him I couldn't marry him.
What?
It's okay now. We worked it all out.
Why would you do a thing like that?
Just one of those last-minute jitter things.
No, but the wedding's still on.
Thank goodness, because this is going in the Hairdo Hall of Fame.
You scared us, Shelby. That was not a nice thing to do to your mama. You do not say something like that to a woman who is marinating 50 pounds of crab claws.
Oh, but the making up can be extremely romantic. I'm jealous. I miss romance so much.
It can't be all that bad, Trudy.
Well, the last romantic thing my husband did was in 1972. He enclosed this carport so I could support him. Very nice, Annelle. I think you know what you're doing.
Thank you. Mrs. Eatonton, you have great hair. And your scalp is clean as a whistle.
Oh, well, I tried.
It must run in the family. Shelby's got such pretty hair, so thick. Hold your head up now, darling.
Stop it.
Shelby. Shelby. Malin.
Oh, honey.
I'll get some juice.
Shoot, there's candy in my purse.
Oh, I got a peppermint right here.
Shelby, we'll get you some juice.
Oh, should I get her a cookie?
Here's the juice.
Shelby, honey, you need some juice.
Leave me alone.
You need to drink, honey. Drink the juice.
Drink, honey, please.
Who can blame her juice after a peppermint?
Mama, stop it. I have candy in my purse.
No, honey, you didn't bring your purse. Come on, here, please, have another sip.
No.
There we go. Yeah. It's no wonder with all this wedding nonsense and running around.
Should I call the doctor or something?
No,
Shelby's a diabetic.
She's just got a little too much insulin. She'll be all right once we get something in her. Come on, Shelby, drink the juice.
I'm gonna leave if you don't leave me alone.
I'd love to see you try. Shelby, cooperate. Drink.
Honey, drink, please.
There we go. That's a start.
This one hit her quick.
Yes. She's on the pill and her hormones are running wild. She'll be on an even keel soon.
She could hurt herself, Melinda. What if this happened while she was driving a car?
Perhaps that explains why I have so much gray hair. But you know, Shelby, as long as I have to let her be strong. She doesn't seem to be down too deep.
Talk to us, Shelby.
No.
Good enough.
She's been so upset lately. She and Jackson have been going round and round. Dr. Michaud told her at a last appointment that children aren't possible. It wasn't the easiest thing in the world to sit there and watch a child's heart break.
Don't talk about me like I'm not here.
Well, yeah, she's making some sense. Hey, this one wasn't bad at all. But I think you should use a little more juice. Come on.
Can I do something? Should I?
No, she'll be all right in just a minute. She probably won't remember anything. Don't fuss over her. Normality is very important to Shelby.
I'm sorry to hear about the children part, Milan.
I know. She thinks Jackson's throwing away his only chance at children. They talked about it, and he seems all right. It's Shelby who's pushing the issue. He's crazy about her.
He said, shut up, don't be stupid. Plenty of kids out there that need good homes. We'll adopt 10 of them. We'll buy them if we have to.
Jackson sounds like good people to me.
I knew right then and there that if he was dumb enough to spend the rest of his life with me, then I was dumb enough to marry him. God, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Mama.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hello? Oh, yeah, just hold on a second. Milan, it's Tommy for Shelby.
Shelby, honey, it's Tommy.
Shelby, it's Tommy. He wants to know where your car is.
Absolutely not. It's the honeymoon getaway car. He just wants to defile it. Jonathan said he's been buying rubbers by the case.
She's gonna have to call you back.
Thank you, Mama.
Okay, sit up now. I've got to gild the lily. Now, are you gonna take it down after the reception? I'd be happy to give you a touch-up before you leave on the honeymoon.
I'm going to leave it up for as long as possible.
Now, let me guess where the honeymoon is. I picture tropical, moonlight for days, secluded, somewhere you could be intimate outdoors.
Las Vegas.
Huh. The weather's supposed to be nice. I hear it's like living in a blow dryer.
Shelby, what Jackson said.
I'd rather not talk about it, Mama. What happens in my life now is between Jackson and me. He'll take care of me, and I'll take care of him.
You can't blame people for being concerned about you, darling.
What Jackson said about children, about adoption. It was wonderful and very wise. Not being able to have children, there's no shame in that. Shelby, did you hear what I said?
Mama, I know all about adoption. And I also know the limitations of this body of mine. I never do anything stupid.
Finally, you are listening to reason.
Well, Shelby, you're gonna have to start untangling this baby's breath.
Shelby, no!
It's my wedding. I'll stick baby's breath up my nose if I want to.
She's got enough.
Fine, fine. I'm supposed to be the expert on behavior, and I can't even manage the people in my own family.
Did you tell him, Mama?
Tell us what?
It's nothing really. I might be promoted to administrator of the Mental Guidance Center.
Oh, how wonderful. That guidance center does such good work for the disturbed.
I wish I'd have taken my boys there when they were little and straightened them out. I should have known Louis had problems when his imaginary playmates wouldn't even play with him.
Your boys grew up fine. They're just a little scary, that's all.
Well, I just think it must be fun for Malin to have access to all that secret personal information. Come on, Malin, why don't you tell us some of your most bizarre mental cases and let us guess who they are? There's a lot of sick tickets in this town.
I would never discuss office business in a social setting. People need a place where they can come in and load their problems. I would never violate their confidence.
When Mama says she doesn't talk, she means it. She's a brick wall.
As somebody always said, if you don't have anything nice to say to anybody, come sit by me.
Do you all realize we're being rude here to poor Annette?
Elle?
Pernell. She doesn't know us from Adam's house cat, and here we are talking about all things foreign to her experiences. Tell us about yourself, Pernell.
There's nothing to tell.
Well, where do you live?
On the corner of Jefferson and 2nd.
Well, which corner?
The one where you can't see the house for the weeds.
Oh, you must live in Mrs. Roebeling's house.
She's my landlady.
You getting along with her?
What's wrong with her?
Oh, nothing. Nothing. You happy there?
She kind of scares me. She's always watching me. Sometimes I catch her looking at me through my keyhole.
Oh, damn it. Honey, don't you worry. She's probably just not taking her medications, and I will check in on her on Monday. Shelby, why don't you finish off that juice?
I'm fine, Mama. You finish it.
Come on, honey, drink it. It's a long time before the bridesmaids' luncheon.
You know what you need here, Trudy?
Hmm?
You need a radio. Music is so wonderful to have in the background. Takes the pressure off of having it talk so much.
I used to have one, but I slammed it against the wall when I couldn't figure out where the batteries went. I know now I was the victim of premenstrual syndrome.
I've gotten 4 for wedding presents. I'll give you one.
How sweet.
What did I just hear? Oh, yes. The Antilli family is selling KPPD. I wonder how much a radio station sells for.
Oh, a lot. But a small town radio station could be a license to print money, if it's run right.
Miss Clary, you should buy KPPD. You got plenty of money.
What would I do with a radio station? Business never interested me much. Lloyd took care of all that.
Shelby, why don't you finish off that juice?
Forget the damn juice.
Oh, well, Shelby will be fine now. Anyway, I carry mints in my bag just in case.
Oh, then you should take some of the butterscotch in that dish over there. They are the best. They start out real hard, and then you suck all the coating off, and they get real chewy. My 2 favorite things, crunchy and chewy and buttery all in one. Delicious.
Lynn, you always carry candy in your purse.
Without fail.
Then tell me, do you suck on this often?
I hate it when people bring weapons into my shop.
How did you get Daddy's gun away from him?
I've been waiting all morning for my opportunity. You finally put it down to go to the bathroom.
I have a question. I'm new here and all, but is my life in danger?
No. Malin's husband's just been shooting at some birds. The trees around here are full of them this time of year.
You see, our backyard is full of fruit trees.
Which are full of birds. Daddy's been trying to frighten the birds out of the trees by making loud noises. I didn't want the guests at my reception to spend all night dodging bird dew.
And the neighborhood is fit to be tied. Weezer Boudreaux blames my husband's gunshots on the problems of that mangy dog of hers. She thinks all that noise is what's made that stupid animal lose all its hair.
Taking the gun was a stroke of genius, Malin.
I know.
But what if he comes over here and tries to get his gun back?
Trump would never set foot in a beauty parlor. Yeah, I think he thinks this is women's territory. He probably thinks we all run around here naked or something.
There's somebody coming. A strange lady with a strange dog.
That would be Weezer.
That is one ugly dog. What kind of dog is that?
If Rhett had hair, he'd be a collie.
Lord, give us strength.
That's it. I have found it. I am in hell.
Oh, no, Weezer.
Don't try to get on my good side. I no longer have one.
You're a little early. You're not expected until around 11-ish.
Well, that's precisely why I'm here. I have to cancel. I have to take my poor dog to the vet before he has a nervous breakdown. My dog, that is, the vet's perfectly fine. You must be the new girl. Could you get me a drink of water? I have been screaming this morning. I am so sorry this thing has gotten out of hand, Weezer. It's not your fault, Lynn. I used to think you were crazy for marrying that man. Then for years I thought, you just must be a glutton for punishment. But now I realize you're on some mission from God. I look like a dog's dinner. I haven't slept in 3 days. But when I woke up this morning, I decided to rise above it. I would start anew. Whatever that man has done, I will overlook it in honor of your wedding day, Shelby. So, I've decided to make myself presentable, floss up the house a little bit, in case somebody decides to drive by, dropping in and it being a big day in the neighborhood and all. So I decided to go outside to cut some flowers to freshen up my living room. And I go down to my magnolia tree, and there is not a bloom on it. Weezer, the judge hasn't decided whose tree that is exactly. It's mine. Be that as it may, would it be too much for me to ask to have one bloom to brighten up my home? I am all alone here except for my dog.
You need something in your life besides that dumb animal.
Put a lid on it, Clarine. So I'm standing there looking at my naked magnolia tree, when I see Drum across the way loading what appears to be a cannon. And so I said, what do you think happened to all my magnolia blossoms? And he said, oh, the wind must have blown them away during the night. And then I said, how do you suppose that the wind managed to blow them all into your pool? Then he fired at me. Was that rude or what? They were blanks, and Trump would never aim a gun at a lady. Oh, he's a real gentleman. I'm sure he takes all the dishes out of the sink before he pees in it.
Weezer.
Lisa, that was uncalled for. All I know is my poor dog needs to be sedated. He has a condition.
Are you sure that's true? Red is a very old dog.
Well, I'm only going by what my vet tells me.
Which vet?
Whitey Black.
Well, there's your first mistake. Whitey Black is a moron. I don't even think he has opposable thumbs.
Miss Weezer, Daddy's not trying to drive you crazy. He's just trying to make my reception nice. His heart's in the right place.
Well, he just cannot do that to my dog. My dog, the poor thing, I don't know what I'm going to do with him.
I have a lot of good recipes here.
Darling, whatever your name is, would you look out that window and check on my dog while I slap Miss Clary in her smart mouth? Now, believe it or not, these are the dearest friends that I have in this town.
His color's good. His skin's real pink.
I know for a fact there will be no more gunshots. So why don't you relax, Miss Weezer? Have some coffee?
Ladies, this is going to work out beautifully. I'm almost through with Shelby. Nell can shampoo Weezer. See, life can be wonderful.
Well, as long as there are no more gunshots, I'll stay. Did you tell me your name? What is it?
Nell.
Fine. You new here? I know everybody, and I don't ever recall seeing you here before.
I just moved here not too long ago.
With your family?
No, ma'am, I don't have any family to
With
speak
your
of.
husband?
My husband? That's hard to say. I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm not sure.
Well, I am intrigued. Are you or are you not married? These are not difficult questions.
I'm not. We're not. I can't talk about it.
Of course you can.
I don't know if I'm married or not. He's gone.
Oh, honey, men are the most horrible creatures.
Bunky, that's my husband. He left. We just moved here last month and he just vanished last week.
No idea where he went?
Nobody knows. He took my money, my jewelry, the car. Most of my clothes were in the trunk.
There might have been foul play. Have you been to the police?
No, but they've been to me. He's in big trouble with the law, drugs or something. He never paid the rent, so I got thrown out of our house and had to move in with crazy old Robo-Leave. The police keep questioning me, but I don't know anything. They say my marriage may not be legal.
Honey, you should have said something.
I was scared to. I need a job in the worst way, and I didn't know if you would hire someone who may or may not be married to someone who might be a dangerous criminal. But I swear to you, my personal tragedy will not interfere with my ability to do good hair.
Of course it won't.
I don't think things could get any worse.
Oh, yes, they can.
You are so brave.
You must be made of courage.
I'm totally alone right now. Checks are bouncing everywhere, and I keep asking myself, why me?
We're awful. We are all hateful, awful people. Here, all we've been talking about is weddings and psychotic animals. We've been tearing you up inside, haven't we? I can't tell you how sorry I am. You've had such a terrible time. Sometimes we just don't know how lucky we are.
What can we do to help?
I know one thing I can do. Tonight you are going to stop by my house and have some bleeding armadillo groom's cake. It'll be a great party.
I don't know. I still get real emotional sometimes.
I can't stand the thought of anyone being unhappy or alone tonight. And if you feel yourself start getting sad, just watch my husband dance. It's very funny.
You're all so nice.
We enjoy being nice to each other. There's not much else to do in this town.
I don't have anything to wear.
No problem. I bet I have something that'll do. I'll call the house.
Now, if you're interested, my garage apartment will be available soon. My son is living there now, but give me a day or two to straighten it up and sweep out the bed. Come on over and take a look at it. I'm sure we can work something out about the rent.
Oh, thank you.
Good. Jonathan, I need you to do me a favor. Yes, now. I need you to go to my closet and bring me 2 or 3 of my Sunday things. Just anything. Use your judgment. Very well. I need you to bring me the pink dress with the white collar, the pink suit with the cherries pinned on the jacket, and the black and pink polka dot. No, Jonathan, Mama doesn't have Daddy's gun. Don't you have better things to do? What? Well, stop him. Now.
Is something the matter?
We'll see. Daddy tied explosives to Jonathan's G.I. Joe bow and arrow and shot him into the trees.
Shut up, Brett!
Nobody was hurt.
Oh, the birds are flying every which way, and there's white smoke billowing up from your backyard.
Drum has set all his trees on fire, or else he's elected a new pope.
I guess it worked. All the birds are leaving.
Well, that is all she said. I have it in for that man.
Oh no, your dog broke his chain, and he's heading toward the smoke.
That trouble ain't dog. That dog ain't trouble alive, and Drum is unarmed.
Do something, Weezer.
Weezer, call your dog. He'll listen to you.
Miss Weezer, please, it's my wedding day. Say something to your dog.
Kill, Red, kill!
Shelby,
Mama, where is everybody?
I didn't think you were getting in till after lunch.
We got an early start because of the traffic. We wanted to drop in on Jackson's parents' house on the way down here.
Oh, what a treat.
And you have to catch them early. On Saturdays, they wake up at the crack of dawn to start hunting furry little creatures.
Well, you mustn't have visited for long.
We didn't. I could tell they were eager to start killing things. We dropped by the house first. Nobody was there. Where's Trudy?
Oh, she and Manella out back putting pennies in the fuse box. They decorated that little tree, and when I plugged it in, all the lights blew.
Oh. What are those things?
Oh, red plastic poinsettia earrings. They are a gift from Manella. She has discovered the wonderful world of arts and crafts.
Are Tommy and Jonathan home yet?
Oh, yes. Jonathan just got home yesterday morning, and he is loving his classes. It's all he can talk about. Tommy got in last night and right away started bugging your father. It's so nice having family home for Christmas.
Some things never change.
And how are you, honey?
I'm so good, Mama. Just great.
Well, you look well. Is Jackson at the house?
No, you know how twitchy he gets. I sent him to look for stocking stuffers.
Good idea.
Jackson and I have something to tell you. We were going to wait until you and Daddy were together, but you're never together. So it's every man for himself. I'm pregnant.
Shelby,
I'm going to have a baby.
I realize that.
Well, is that it? Is that all you're going to say?
What do you expect me to say?
Something along the lines of congratulations.
Congratulations.
Would it be too much to ask for a little excitement? Not too much, I wouldn't want you to break a sweat or anything.
I'm just in a state of shock. I didn't think...
In June. Oh, Mama, you have to help me plan. We're going to get a new house. Jackson and I are going house hunting next week. Jackson loves to hunt for anything.
What does Jackson say about this?
Oh, he's very excited. He says he doesn't care whether it's a boy or a girl, but I can tell he wants a son so bad he can taste it. He's so cute about the whole thing. It's all he can talk about. Jackson Latchery Jr.
But does he ever listen? I mean, when doctors and specialists give you advice. I know you never listen, but does he? Guess he doesn't have to carry the baby, so it's no concern of his.
Mama, please don't be mad. I couldn't bear it if you were. It's Christmas.
Shelby, I am not mad. This is just hard. I thought... I don't know.
Mama, I want a child.
Well, what about the adoption proceedings? You have filed so many applications.
Mama, it didn't take us long to see the handwriting on the wall. No judge is going to give a baby to someone with my medical track record. Jackson even put out some feelers about buying one.
People do it all the time.
Listen to me. I want a child of my own. I think it would help things a lot.
I see.
Mama, I know. Don't think I haven't thought this through. You can't live a life if all you do is worry. And you worry too much. In some ways, it's a comfort to me I never worry because I know you're worrying enough for the both of us. Jackson and I have given this a lot of thought.
Has he really? Guess there's a first time for everything.
Don't start on Jackson.
Shelby, your poor body has been through so much. Why would you deliberately want to do
Mama,
this?
diabetics have healthy babies all the time.
You are special. There are limits to what you can do.
Mama, listen. I have it all planned. I'm going to be very careful. And this time next year, I'm going to be bringing your big, healthy baby to the Christmas festival. No one is going to be hurt or disappointed or even inconvenienced.
Least of all Jackson, I'm sure.
You are jealous because you no longer have any say-so in what I do. And that drives you up the wall. You already spit nails because you can't call the shots.
I did not raise my daughter to talk to me this way.
Oh, yes, you did. Whether any of us asked you what you wanted us to be when we grew up, what did you say?
You know, Shelby, I'm not in the mood for your games.
What did you say? Just tell me what you said. Answer me.
I said, all I want was for you to be happy.
Okay. The thing that would make me happy is to have a baby. If I could adopt one, I would, but I can't. I'm going to have a baby. Wish you'd be happy too.
Yeah? Well, I wish you... I don't know what I wish.
Mama, I don't know why you have to make everything so difficult. I'm looking at having this baby as the opportunity of a lifetime. Sure, there may be some risk involved, that's true for anybody, but you get through it and life goes on. And when it's all said and done, there will be a little piece of immortality with Jackson's looks and my sense of style, I hope. Mama, please, I need your support. I would rather have 30 minutes of wonderful than a lifetime of nothing special.
Down, Truby!
Please, don't tell anybody yet. I want to tell Daddy first.
I never tell anybody anything.
Give me a hug right here now.
Hi, Truby. Merry Christmas.
Oh, ho, 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 Adele, we have a special mystery guest. You are just in time. You can have the honor of lighting the tree of beauty.
Oh, how precious. What a novel idea to trim it with hair things.
It's all Adele's idea. She has quite the eye for the unusual.
Adele, hi there.
You did all this?
Guilty. Trudy just turned over the decoration responsibilities to me. I like themes, and I despise the commercialization of Christmas. I always have. So I went to the fire sale at the Baptist bookstore in Shreveport last month. They had mismatched manger scenes at incredibly low prices. So I cleaned them out of baby Jesuses, which Trudy's husband helped me modify into ornaments. Very simple. Tiny white lights, baby Jesuses, and spoolies.
My husband has redone Poot's old room so Adele can have a workshop for all her handicrafts. That tiny garage apartment is so cramped.
Isn't that nice? Are your boys coming home for Christmas?
No. Louis brought home his new girlfriend at Thanksgiving. The nicest thing I can say about her is that all her tattoos are spelled correctly. Guess it's just me, the old man, and a nail. Come on, do the honors, Missy. And let's just hope it doesn't blow up again. Oh, how cute and festive.
See, I know what I'm doing.
I know your mama is so excited that you could get in early enough to make the festival. I hear it's going to be the best ever. More fireworks, a nativity made entirely of sparklers, and a huge new sign on the riverbank that says, "I heart Chincopen Parish." It's going to be spectacular.
And who's the Grand Marshal of the parade?
Oh, you'll never guess. Wayne Newton.
I wouldn't miss a Christmas festival for the world. Oh, Mama, while I'm thinking, I brought some white chocolate cherry cheesecakes for our open house tonight.
Doesn't sound like finger food to me.
And they're bite-sized like this.
Well, I'm sure you know what you're doing.
Adele?
Perfect.
Mama, I've been cleaning out closets, getting rid of stuff. I brought you some things that I don't want that I've hardly worn. Thought your patients might be a little less disturbed if they had something stylish to wear.
Adele?
The chair. Excuse me, Shelby. If you don't have any special plans for the clothes, could I have them? Riverview Baptist has a clothes closet for the poor, and we're real low on women's dresses.
Sure, that's a wonderful idea. They're in my car, I'll get them in a minute.
Breaks my heart she won't come to the Methodist church with me. I think Riverview Baptist is a little too praise the Lord for my taste.
Some of them do get a little carried away, but there's nothing wrong with that.
No, a lot of Mama's mental patients are born-again Christians. And I mean that in only the best sense of the word.
We're just glad to see Annelle is settling down and finding her way. She had a rough few months there, didn't you, honey?
After they threw Bunky Dupuy behind bars and I was rid of him, I went wild. I was drinking, running around, smoking.
Jezebel.
But Trudy helped me see the error of my ways. I joined a church last month, and I've been giving guest lectures on beauty at trade school.
Our little Annelle has become one of the hottest tickets in town.
Please stop. I'm enjoying the city more. I'm so excited for the Christmas festival. I've wanted to come to it all my life, and now I live here.
Tell her who you have a date with.
Will you hush?
Tell her, Missy. Shelby's pretty much responsible for the whole thing anyway.
Sammy DeSoto.
He's got a body that doesn't stop anywhere.
How am I responsible?
He was bartending your wedding reception last spring. He makes a mean cherry coke.
Romance. This is what I live for. Can we do anything for you today, Shelby?
I'm beyond help. Last week I discovered the early stages of crow's feet.
Oh, honey. Time marches on. And eventually you realize it is marching across your face. How you feeling?
Never better.
My annual pecan tassies.
There she is. There's my girl. I bet you're the happy one this morning.
I sure am. First state championship in 8 years.
You sound awful, Miss Clary.
Oh, hi, darling.
Can I get you some tea?
Oh, that'd be great. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry I'm late. I overslept. We didn't get in until 1 o'clock. It was a dazzling victory over Dry Prong.
I heard you on the radio last night. You were wonderful.
What were you doing on the radio?
Oh, they let me be the color announcer for the Devils. I was fabulous. I was too colorful for words.
That was nice of them to let you talk on the radio.
That's nothing. I own the radio station.
Oh, you bought it?
I did. KPPD, the station of choice in Chickapin Parish.
Shelby, how do you like Clary's new short and sassy look?
I love it.
Just wait till I jack it up.
Makes you look younger, Miss Clary.
Oh, my hair looks younger. My face looks just as old.
There's so much going on. The state championship last night, the Christmas festival today, the Messiah sing-along tomorrow.
Life in the big city will spoil you.
Who's Miss Merry Christmas this year?
Oh, my niece, Nancy Beth, of course.
She was here at 7 this morning. I had to position her tiara properly on her head so it wouldn't slip around during the parade. I sprayed her hair within an inch of its life.
Why did I have to ask? I should have known. All you Marmelians are gorgeous. Beauty's genetic in your family.
Well, Nancy Beth is a pretty girl. Did you know that she is Miss Merry Christmas, Miss Soybean, and Miss Watermelon?
But dumb as opposed.
Empty is the head that wears the crown.
You have to admit, God did a little dance around that family. Drew is so successful. Belle does her own hair. Their children are perfect. They're like a family on TV. They don't have a care in the world.
That's not necessarily true.
Oh?
That's all I'm saying.
Oh.
I should have won Miss Merry Christmas the year I ran. My talent was very showy.
We told you at the time, Shelby, fire batons are not everyone's cup of tea.
Mama didn't approve of my twirling fire batons.
I just don't approve of you doing dangerous things.
Mama hated those fire batons.
Shelby, I never hated anything. I have always supported you. Just couldn't watch you. Your father, on the other hand, had a field day. He got so much pleasure out of standing in that backyard watching you practice for hours, holding that garden hose, ready to put you out when you caught on fire.
My entire pageant ensemble was coordinated in shades of pink, soup to nuts. I twirled to the music from Hawaii Five-0. It was my theme song.
But we were very proud of her.
Well, the year I competed, the swimsuit competition was my downfall. Most women look for a swimsuit that will lift and separate. I look for one that'll divide and conquer. I've always been built for comfort, not for speed.
Who got the title year, Miss Clary?
Oh, child, nobody. There wasn't even a Christmas festival when I was in high school. In fact, Jesus wasn't even born until I was a junior in college. I remember it distinctly. Me and my friends were out watching our flocks by night.
Get over here, Clary. A nail's gonna gift wrap your head.
I could just spit.
Oh, Louisa.
Parade doesn't start for another 4 hours, and already people are parking on my lawn. They're gonna flatten my grass.
Here, let me hold Judy.
I hate out-of-town tourists.
Hello.
Oh, Shelby, what are you doing here?
Being a tourist, I guess. But I won't flatten your grass, I promise.
Good God, you had the good sense to move away from here. All of this festival madness. Why would you drag yourself back for a few firecrackers and teenage boys irping on your shoes?
I like it.
Oh, Miss Louisa, I think you need a healthy dose of Christmas spirit.
I have so much Christmas spirit I could just scream.
Merry Christmas.
I put out my lawn decorations today.
Lisa, keep off the grass signs are not Christmas decorations.
But they are bordered in holly. Oh. You made them, didn't you?
With my own hands.
Well, your present, it's back at the house. I haven't wrapped it yet.
How's Rhett?
Oh, he's getting along. In fact, he's the poster dog for the Christmas festival this year.
That is Rhett? I didn't recognize him.
Oh, it's so good to see Rhett with some hair again.
Well, I have to go run some errands, but before I do, Miss Louisa, I've met an old friend of yours,
Oh.
Owen Jenkins.
Oh.
Owen, now there's a blast from the past.
Do you remember him? He remembers you.
Well, of course I remember him. I mean, he had the longest nose hair in the free world.
Well, he doesn't now. He hardly has any hair anywhere.
Owen's been gone from Jacobin since God was a boy. I'd forgotten he even existed.
Well, now Owen lives in Monroe, goes to First Presbyterian. He sings in the choir. Last month in choir practice, we were doing this especially beautiful Mozart thing, and I was moved to tears. He offered me his handkerchief, and we got to talking. When he found out where I was from, he asked me if I knew you. I said not only did I know you, but you were an old neighbor, and your dog has almost killed my father on numerous occasions. He's had a very interesting life. He lived up in Ohio somewhere. His wife just died recently, and he moved back down here.
Does this story have a point?
Not really, no. Just remembers you fondly, I think.
Well, I can't imagine why. I mean, he was nice enough, but I let him go and then proceeded to marry the first of 2 total deadbeats.
Unrequited love. My favorite.
Maybe sometime I could arrange for us all to get together.
Maybe not.
Why not?
Shelby, in the last 3 decades, I managed to marry 2 of the most worthless men in the universe. Then I proceeded to have 3 of the most ungrateful children ever conceived. I mean, the only reason people are nice to me is because I have more money than God. I am not about to open up that can of worms.
Do I detect a negativity in your tone?
Louisa, if this is really the way you feel, it isn't healthy. Maybe you should come down to the garden center and talk to somebody. We're there to help.
I am not crazy. I have just been in a bad mood for 40 years. Oh, hey.
Well, Annelle, what do you want me to do with these old clothes? I gotta get them out of the trunk.
Just bring them in.
Okay, I'll go finish my Christmas shopping then, Mama.
Ugh, I could just shoot you. I haven't even started yet.
Oh, please, I haven't even washed the dishes from Thanksgiving.
What'd you get your mama?
I told her what part of it was this morning. the baby.
Oh, congratulations. Oh, what wonderful news. Oh, congratulations. No wonder you haven't said much this morning, Lynn. Grandma, aren't you excited? Smile. It increases your face value.
June 21st.
Oh, it's amazing. Oh, and those doctors said you couldn't have children. Yes. Well, I guess you showed them.
The doctor said Shelby shouldn't have children. There's a big difference. As you showed us all, Shelby.
I've got to get the old clothes. Miss Weezer, are you coming to our open house tonight? Are you bringing your sweet meat pies?
Well, of course, don't I always? They'll be there.
Good. Solo and Jenkins. Open the worms for you.
I can't believe she did that. Oh, and after all these years, I just don't think that I can be gracious under pressure.
Shelby. Her heart does get the best of her sometimes.
This baby is not exactly great news, is it?
She wants this so badly. No?
Oh boy.
I wish I had some words of wisdom for you. But I don't. So I'm just going to focus on the joy of the situation. Congratulations.
Oh, absolutely.
Diabetics have healthy babies all the time.
It'll all be fine.
Awesome.
Thank you, ladies. You know what? This will be just fine. And you know what they say? That which does not kill us makes us stronger.
What is that girl up to?
Shelby's donating clothes to the poor.
Well, I sure hope all people like pink.
Just dump them on the couch.
Miss Malin, are you sure you don't mind me taking them? If your patients
No,
need
no,
them.
no, no. Shelby said you could have them. And whatever Shelby says goes.
That's not true, Mama.
Shelby, you always insist on having the last word.
I do not.
You're listening to KPPD, the station of choice in Chinkopin Parish. Now stop by the shopping center this afternoon because I'll be broadcasting al fresco. That means out of doors for those of you that ain't Latin scholars, right? There'll be prizes and a battle of the bands, all sponsored by KPPD. Swing on by, meet me in person. Y'all shall see how good looking I really am. Coming up now, a half hour of non-stop music so I can make it over to the shopping center. Let's hope none of these records has a scratch on them, because I'm out of here. I'm going to kick things off with one of my personal all-time favorites. See y'all at the shopping center.
But didn't you scare you to death coming by so late?
It wasn't that late, about 9:30, I guess.
Still, someone knocking on my bedroom window after dark would scare the daylights out of me.
Not me. Hope springs eternal, I suppose. I was just disappointed it was only my nephew.
Well, I just think it's awful of Drew to throw his own son out of the house.
Well, my brother can be very hot-headed when he wants to be, but he didn't actually throw Marshall out. Marshall just came over to my house while his daddy cooled off. I adore Marshall. We stayed up half the night talking last night.
Well, that's it. Are you ready to see the new Shelby Latry?
I don't know.
Well, you're going to have to sooner or later. Our world is full of reflective surfaces.
I can't believe I'm getting so worked up over something as silly as a haircut.
You look precious.
Okay, I'm ready. Oh, gosh, it's weird.
I did what you asked, didn't I, honey?
Yes, of course, I didn't mean, I've just never had short hair, that's all.
Well, this is what we Cosmo girls call a rite de passage.
I'm sorry, I'm being so ridiculous.
Honey, please don't. Oh, please don't cry. Because you know I will too. I have a strict philosophy that nobody cries alone in my presence.
Ladies, please. Remind me never to take them to see Dark Victory. They would never survive.
Enough. I love my hair.
Oh. My artistic nature is so relieved.
It's very becoming. I guess with that baby, you don't have time to spend hours fussing over your hair. You just need something you can run your fingers through and go.
It is totally adorable, and your mama's gonna love it.
Oh, Mama's gonna freak out. She thinks I'm just getting a trim. I was up for a big debate with her this morning. Now, Trudy, let's do my nails.
Oh, well, this is a treat. No one around here ever wants a manicure. I don't even know what to charge for a full day of beauty.
I want the works. I want to feel completely pampered. Mama's gonna want a manicure too.
Well, I am going to paint my front door red and change my name to Elizabeth Arden.
Manicures, saucy new hairdos, what's going on?
We're always up to something, you know that. But I want to get back to this Drew and Belle nonsense. I hope they reconcile with Marshall. Speaking as a parent, they better get their act together. I do not approve of friction between parents and children.
I think it'll all blow over. I have to admit, he did go about it the wrong way.
Well, what did he do?
He marched in unexpected from Los Angeles while Drew and Belle were preparing for the annual Million shrimp boil. Marshall, without so much as a hello, says, "Mama, Daddy, I have something to tell you. I have a brain tumor. I have 3 months to live." Well, of course, Drew and Belle became hysterical, and then Marshall says, "Hey folks, I'm just kidding. I'm only gay."
That was his way of breaking the news gently.
Well, of course, Drew became incredibly distraught and started throwing wet shrimp at him, screaming at him to get out of his sight. So Marshall came over to my house, smelling like a can of cat food.
I wonder what Drew and Belle must be feeling right now.
I don't know. They've always considered themselves such a model family for so long. First with Nancy Beth being dethroned from her Miss Merry Christmas title. After that unfortunate motel thing.
What motel thing? I don't live here anymore, remember?
Nancy Beth was discovered in a nearby motel with a high political official.
They were both high. They were smoking everything but their shoes.
To be the only Miss Merry Christmas in history, caught with her tinsel down around her knees, was a very humiliating situation for the Magnolias family.
Well, how do you feel about Marshall?
Oh, well, I haven't really thought about it, but I want you to know he's always welcome in my house. I am very proud of him. He built up that chain of sportswear stores all by himself, without a penny of family money. He says, "I am a self-made man. I pulled myself up by my own jock straps."
That Marshall, he could always turn a phrase. Now, honey,
Amen.
amen. Now, honey, I'm out of the,
Is it still next to the...
no, actually, it's up over the,
Okay.
Was she praying?
Yes,
Why?
got me. Maybe she was praying for Marshall and Drew and Belle. Maybe she was praying for us because we were gossiping. Maybe she was praying because the elastic is shot in her pantyhose. Who knows? She prays at the drop of a hat these days.
How long has she been this way?
Ever since Mardi Gras, she had a choice of going to a Bible study weekend with her Sunday school class or to New Orleans with me and 2 other sinners. She left that Friday a pleasant, well-adjusted young lady, and she returned on Tuesday a Christian.
What does the boyfriend say?
Oh, Sammy's so confused. He doesn't know whether to scratch his watch or wind his butt. He's crazy about her. He says he could deal with another man in her life, but he's having some trouble with the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Well, I'm pretty religious, but that stuff makes me feel kind of creepy.
Well, I'm torn. I've got 2 sons that I'm afraid are going to hell in a handcart, and a semi-daughter who strives to be the kind of girl Jesus would bring home to his mama. I don't know what to think. I don't understand those people, but they sometimes seem to have a peace about things that I've never had. Maybe I'm just jealous.
Oh, and Marshall was so thoughtful, he bought me this pin. It's gold and enamel.
It's a bug.
It's fine jewelry. Its eyes are rubies, my birthstone.
Does Marshall have, friends?
Oh, we talked about that a little bit. I'm such a nosy old thing. I asked him how he met people because in my day, you could tell by a man's carriage or demeanor what side his bread was buttered on. But today, in this day and age, who knows? So I asked Marshall, how can you tell? And he said, all gay men have track Latin. And all gay men are named Rick, Mark, or Steve. He is such a nerd, track Latin.
Morning.
Mona Lisa.
What's so funny?
Miss Clary was just telling us the true story of track Latin.
Oh, I love mine. It highlights her artwork.
Since when do you have track Latin?
Oh, about 3 weeks now. It's in my foyer and up my stairs. It was my grandson's idea.
I haven't seen him in ages. How is he?
Oh, Steve? Well, he's fine. I brought y'all some tomatoes first of the season. Oh, I didn't expect to see you here, Shelby.
Well, I'm here.
Take some tomatoes home with you. There's a plenty. Boy, your hair is sharp and it looks nice.
Thanks, Miss Weezer. Jack Jr. loves tomatoes. He smears them on the cafe curtains in the kitchen.
Your mama says you have become an incredible gourmet cook.
I tried. When Jackson and I first got married, all he wanted was meat, potatoes, and vegetables, the way his mama made them, cooked to mush. But I've broken him of that. I even managed to get some pate down him last week. He swore it was dog food. Jack Jr. loved it, though.
Clary, how many tomatoes do you want? Well, tomatoes have no calories and they're full of things.
Weezer, you are almost chipper today. Why are you in such a good mood? Did you run over a small child or something?
Do you or do you not want tomatoes?
Don't give me all of them.
Well, somebody has to take them. I hate them. I try not to eat healthy food if I can help it. The sooner this body wears out, the better off I'll be. I have trouble getting enough grease in my diet.
Why do you grow them?
I am an old Southern woman. We are supposed to wear big ugly hats and big ugly dresses and grow vegetables in the dirt. Don't ask me why. I don't make the rules.
You need to get some gloves. Your hands look like a couple of T-bone steaks.
Health is the most important thing, Miss Weezer. Trust me on this.
Well, And now that I have everyone's attention, I went down to my mailbox today and I discovered that somebody has put me on the mailing list for the Riverview Baptist Church. Lucky me. I am now receiving chain letters for Christ.
They are not chain letters. They're part of my prayer group's Reach Out and Touch project. We were each supposed to write someone in the community that we thought was in spiritual trouble and invite them to worship. I guess you made everyone's list.
I think it is in the worst possible taste to pray for perfect strangers.
Reach out to Weezer and you just might pull back a bloody stump. Oh, Shelby, I just realized you saved me a phone call. Sis Laurel and I are coming up next Friday to Monroe, and we'd like to take you and Jackson out to dinner if we may.
I can't next Friday. I'm sorry. What's the occasion?
Oh, it's going to sound a little silly, but we're coming up to go to the Little Theater. We have tickets to a play.
I didn't think you went to see anything that didn't have a goalpost at either end.
Up till now I haven't, but Sis and I decided at bridge one day that we needed to keep up. We wanted to expose ourselves to a little more culture. That's not easy to do in this neck of the woods.
And what exactly are you exposing yourself to?
I don't know, something. The last thing we saw there was pretty good. It was Shakespeare. I was a little apprehensive at first, but you know, when it comes right down to it, he writes pretty straightforward stuff. Now, I have to admit, when they hide behind curtains and put little masks in front of their faces to fool people, that got kind of silly. Sis fell for it, but I didn't.
Sister Rel, well, she's so dumb, she thinks Sherlock Holmes is a subdivision.
Well, anyway, we liked it so much, we're planning a trip to New York.
Oh, New York? Oh, Clary, promise me you will go to the first floor of Bloomingdale's, come back here and tell me everything. Women's Day says it's impossible to walk through there and not get made up.
We're just talking. I'm scared to death to get on a plane.
It's a piece of cake. You're safer flying than you are in a car. Just sit in the back. That's the best place to survive the crash.
Miss Weezer, why don't you go to Monroe with Miss Clary?
I am not about to expose myself to anything.
You need to broaden your horizons.
You broaden your horizons your way, and I'll broaden my horizons mine. I have plans on Friday. I'm going to get my colors done.
Your what?
I'm going to get my colors done. You know, see if I'm spring, summer, winter, or fall. It was a present from Owen.
What are you talking about?
Everyone has a particular coloring, spring, summer, so on. You determine what season you are, and then they know what colors look best on you. Then you're given a sample of the colors in your palette. It's most helpful when you shop for clothes, gives you fashion courage.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
It's all the rage.
A lot of my friends in Monroe have had it done.
There's a quiz on that very topic in that family circle right over there. I am the epitome of winter.
Shelby, why don't you have it done? You're so fashion conscious.
No, I'm afraid to. I found out that pink isn't in my palette, and I'm not sure I can live with that.
I have heard it all. Well, I'm going to the theater. I am going to support the arts in our area.
I'll write a check. I will support the arts. I just don't want to see them.
It wouldn't handle you, you know.
Let's get one thing straight. I don't go to plays because I can nap at home for free. I don't go to movies because they're all trash and full of naked people. And I don't read books because if they're any good, they'll be made into a miniseries.
I'm surprised you and Daddy don't get along any better than you do. Miss Weezer, how are things with Owen? I try to check up on you, but I haven't been able to lately.
Oh, they're fine. I tolerate him on occasion.
Well, I can report that the Sherwood Florist delivery truck comes by her house at least twice a week.
He knows I like fresh flowers.
And I can report that there is a strange car parked in her driveway at least once a week.
Well, there it is. My secret is out. I'm having an affair with a Mercedes-Benz.
Louisa, forgive me. I have been dying to ask this. Are you and Owen, you know?
Wait, I have to get a mental picture of this.
Well, you know, a dirty mind is a terrible thing to waste. But no, we're just friends. He would like more, but I'm old and I'm, set in my ways.
You are playing hard to get.
Yeah.
At her age, she should be playing beat the clock. She's just like her old dog. They're both having trouble with the new tricks.
No trash talking in my shop.
I cannot help it if men find me desirable.
Shelby, now when are you going to bring that baby of yours by?
I brought a picture of him. Here, let me show you.
Let me see. Oh, has he gained any weight?
He's about 15 pounds now.
Oh, he is a tiny little thing.
Only weighed about 1.5 pounds when he was born. But he'll catch up. Give him time.
Oh, bless his heart. Those were some anxious hours, weren't they? We didn't know who to worry about more, you or this baby.
Well, I certainly don't recommend having a baby 3 months premature.
I get upset just thinking about it.
Then let's don't. Yep, Jack Jr.'s a fighter, and he's gonna wear me out. I'd love to know where he gets all that energy.
Well, don't try and do it all yourself. You get that husband of yours to help out. They're supposed to be helping out this decade.
He helps, I guess. Mama doesn't think he does, but he does. Sometimes. When he thinks about it. Which isn't often. Oh, most of the time he doesn't do a damn thing. But he's off every weekend hunting.
Oh, but Jackson certainly is a good provider.
Yes, that's true.
And he'll come around. And when he does, I want you to run and tell me how you accomplished it. And then I'll get to work on that sofa slut I'm married to.
This one's pretty.
I thought so. Private Passion is my favorite. It is luscious without being too sleazy. Oh, ladies, next Saturday, we're going to have to make some time adjustments. I'm going to be here all by my lonesome. Annelle is taking a well-deserved vacation.
Oh, are you going on a trip?
Yes, I am.
Well, aren't you going to tell us where you're going?
No. Now, I don't know how I'll get through the week without this inflammation.
You'll just make fun.
Oh, please, Annelle, you know how much I love it when you go on and on and on about your spiritual growth. I just can't get enough.
She has a very nice little trip planned to Camp Crossroads in the Ozarks.
Oh, I don't believe I've ever heard of Camp Crossroads.
It's in Arkansas. It's a Christian camp. There's just cabins, a chapel, a dining hall in the middle of the mountains with a lake. I'll spend a week in Bible study, prayer, and meditation. You're in the middle of nature, surrounded by the beauty of the Lord.
Oh, there are water beds.
We used to leave her alone.
Why, you never know. I might need to go to Camp Cross-Eyed someday. I need the information.
That is a laugh. You haven't done a religious thing in your life.
That is not true. When I was in school, my friends and I would dress up as nuns, and we go ball hopping.
Is your boyfriend going?
No, he said he'd rather eat dirt.
Well, I am going to have to check up on my granddaughter because to make sure she's still going to that Episcopal church, this born-again Christian stuff is too tedious for me.
I have to say this, Miss Weezer, and I don't mean to hurt you, but I worry about your faith sometimes.
Oh, my faith is fine. It's my hair that needs work.
Weezer, one of these days, somebody's gonna cut the feet out of your stockings.
Weezer, have you no shame?
That's all right, Trudy. I love Miss Weezer. I pray for her every day. Sometimes twice.
Morning, everybody.
Man.
Shelby.
Mama, please don't say anything. I like it. It'll be so much easier to deal with.
Bless your heart.
It'll dry so quick. All I have to do is run my fingers through it.
The last time you had short hair was kindergarten.
I know. I decided today that I'm going to get all my hair cut off every 25 years.
Well, I love it. I do.
It's not too perky, is it?
No, it looks great. How you feeling?
I'm fine, Mama. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. I picked you up a little goodie. You can open it later.
Oh, Melinda, must be nice having your whole family in for the weekend.
Oh, it is very rare indeed, but yes, it has been very nice.
Any special reason?
Just to get together. Last week was our anniversary.
Oh, why didn't you say something to remind me? I could have baked you something. Drum loves my nut surprise cake.
Well, we never considered a major occasion before.
Well, which one is it?
30th.
Oh, that's a big one. Oh, which anniversary is the 30th?
How do you mean?
You know, first is paper, the 20th is china, 25th is silver, so 30th must be...
Valium.
What would Drum say if he heard you say that?
Nothing. He has no idea what Valium is. That man prides himself on never having any tension, which is amazing considering how much he's created over the years. Listen to me. I have got to stop taking pot shots at Drum. He's a good man. He's crazy, but he's a good man.
Well, you know, I noticed he has been behaving himself lately. He was most civil when I saw him in the Piggly Wiggly yesterday. I was caught off guard and found myself smiling before I knew it.
The most bizarre thing has happened. Drum and I seem to be rediscovering those things that brought us together in the first place. I don't know if we buried them or became blind to them.
Used to be the thought of our parents being romantic made me and my brother sick to our stomachs. But it's actually very sweet. It's been a lovely week.
Every now and again, Drum and I seem to find these moments of magic. I don't know. I don't know if I'm lucky to have what I have or lucky to know what I have.
That is too deep for me. I have to go get my tires rotated.
Miss Weezer?
Lynn, maybe you should write a romance novel based on your recent experiences. I can help you with the dirty part.
Well, I don't think anybody would believe it. You're looking a little pale, Shelby.
I'm fine, Mama. How are you?
I'm fine.
Well, ladies, if you're out and about this afternoon, stop on down to the Dixie Plaza Shopping Center. There's going to be a big party, summer fiesta. Yeah, and there's going to be lots of prizes and a live band. They call themselves the Single Bullet.
Shelby!
Oh.
What have you been doing?
It doesn't hurt.
What have you done to yourself? Malin, have you seen this?
Yes, I have.
It looks like you've been driving nails into your arms. What is going on here?
Shall we tell him, Mama?
I guess so. No point in keeping it a secret any longer. Shelby has been driving nails into her arms.
Oh, Lydia, you are impossible. Be serious.
It's my dialysis.
What?
Dialysis. It's
I know what it is.
Please tell us what is going on, honey.
It's not any big thing. No big thing. Don't look at me like that.
Well, how long have you been doing this dialysis?
A couple of months.
Mary Lynn Eatonton. I'm without words. Why have I not been told?
There was no point. Sometimes you just don't want to talk about things.
Yeah, what would have been the point? There's nothing you could have done.
Well, we could have done something.
I can't believe you didn't say something. This is selfish. This is very selfish of you.
Oh, Clary, you're all talking like this is something.
This isn't something?
Having Jack Jr. put too much strain on my kidneys and now they're kaput. That's all. The doctor said this would probably happen.
That's all. That's all, she says.
I'm responding beautifully to dialysis. Do I look bad?
Honey, you look beautiful, but
Maybe you'll let us in on what's going to happen.
do you have to do this dialysis forever?
I could, I suppose, but it's not real convenient when you're trying to keep up with a 15-month-old ball of fire. So I'll just have a kidney transplant and then I'll be fine.
Is it that easy?
Sure, they do them in Shreveport all the time, 3 or 4 a week.
They do. My Sunday school was just praying for one the other day.
But isn't the hard part finding the kidney?
I saw something about this on the news. It was very dramatic. Those medical teams fly all over the place, taking hearts and kidneys and who knows what else. But the thing that impressed me the most is they carry those organs in beer coolers.
Stop.
I would not lie in a moment as serious as this. Those doctors take out the 6-packs, throw in some dry ice and a heart, and get on the plane.
She's right.
But you never know when one will pop up, do you?
No, I'm registered on the nationwide transplant computer.
Well, how long do you have to wait?
There are some people in dialysis that have been waiting for years.
That must be agony.
I suppose. But I'm lucky. I don't have to wait anymore. Mama's going to give me one of her kidneys.
Oh my
Wow.
God, this is too much.
When?
We check in tomorrow morning.
You're giving Shelby a kidney tomorrow, and you haven't even mentioned it?
Shirley, could you do my hair? I'm in a bit of a rush.
I never thought there would ever be a time that words would fail me, but I think this is it.
Why didn't you tell us?
We just told you. We haven't known that long. We were all just tested last week, and I was the best match.
What do you mean, match?
Well, there are 4 categories of organ matches, and I matched the best.
Category?
Swimsuit, evening gown, talent, and personality interview.
I am going to yank you bald-headed, smarty.
We are very upset here.
I passed upset a long time ago.
I'm sorry. It's Tommy's joke. I think it's very funny.
No wonder your whole family's in town.
Well, I'm so relieved it was me. The boys are young. I wouldn't want them to go through this. And who would want one of drum's mean old organs? But the best part of all this is that through all the tests and stuff, I have discovered I have the constitution of someone 10 years younger. How about that?
But it must be so painful.
Not really for me. My operation's simple. Mama's is awful. They basically have to saw her in half to get the kidney out. It's major, major surgery for her.
They have to saw you in half?
They do it on Circus of the Stars all the time.
This is no laughing matter.
Trust me, Miss Clary. There have been more than enough tears.
And my waist will get smaller because they have to take out my bottom ribs to get the kidney out.
Well, Cher had her ribs taken out to have a smaller waist.
Oh, please, that woman is out of her mind.
Shelby, earlier today, when I said that I would be better off when this body wears out, I didn't mean it. You know better than to pay attention to anything I say.
Miss Weezer, forget it.
No, I am a terrible, terrible person.
No, you're not, Weezer. You'd give your dog a kidney if he needed one.
Well, absolutely.
give their child life once. I get the chance to do it twice. I think it's kind of neat. Besides, Shelby needs her energy to chase after that rambunctious kid of hers. I got 2 kidneys and I only need 1. I'm just glad we could get it over with before it gets too hot.
Ain't that the truth?
I'm gonna postpone my vacation, Daddy, so I can sit with your husband during the operation. I can run get Coca-Colas and things.
That is very sweet of you, but do not change your plans.
Oh, and we can all make sure that Drum has enough food.
Oh,
Thank
yes, you put your house out of your mind, we will take care of everything.
Well, I appreciate that. And I know Drum does too.
Malin, you are brave. You are brave.
You know, if I didn't know any better, Shelby, I wouldn't have known you've ever been sick a day in your life.
That is the biggest compliment anyone has ever paid me.
Oh, Shelby.
Don't say that. I have my baby. I'm very happy. If this is part of the price I have to pay, then I have to pay it. I can deal with it. Now, if I'm not mistaken, someone has a present to open.
Oh, yes.
Is this for me?
Only if you can wear a size 4.
I could take it in.
Mama, would you?
Sure. It's just a little something I picked up. It was on sale. Truthfully. Look, watch your nails on.
Well, ladies, do I look fabulous or what?
God bless you, Shelby.
You are going to be the sassiest girl in that hospital.
What about me?
You ladies better come visit us.
I'll be right by your side when you wake up. Yours too, Melinda. I'll manage it somehow.
And I will make sure that Drum stays calm during the operation.
We're in such good hands. Mama, you're going to be a while, so I'm going to go back to the house and spend some time with Daddy.
Good, good. Oh, Drum is not taking this well at all. He gets so upset over the least little thing.
Truby, this is probably going to gross you out, but could I have my hair? Is that too repulsive?
People do it all the time.
I've just had it for so long, I guess it represents an error or something.
Oh, honey. I will put it in a box. Don't mess your nails up. And send it home with your mama.
I love you all. Miss Clary, would you do something for me?
Oh, of course.
Next time you talk to Drew and Belle, I know they're upset about Marshall and all, but tell them I said that if that's the most disturbing thing that's ever happened to them, they should just get over it.
I'll tell them today.
Truby, why isn't my radio playing?
of our Devils on their 14th straight victory. And if they keep playing like this, the Devils might just have another state championship to call their own. That final playoff score again, 27-6. Now, there is no new word on the lawsuit brought by Reverend Q.T. Bennett against the Chickaton Parish Board of Education. And the Reverend, who is pastor of the Riverview Baptist Church, has filed suit charging that the use of the devil as a mascot for our high school team encourages satanic behavior in the youth of our community. When reached for comments about the Reverend's lawsuit, Devils head coach Whitey Thibodeau said, and I quote, "Tell him to go to hell."
I'm sorry,
personal
honey.
Congratulations.
You know
to
I would
Miss
if I could,
Annette
but
Bench of
I just can't
134
today.
Eugene Drive.
I could
She's
squeeze
the
you in
winner of the
first thing
Calendar
Monday.
Sweepstakes, sponsored in part by
Sure.
KPP Duke
All right.
and $1 million.
I'll see you then, Susan.
Mrs. Bench wins an all-expense paid weekend in Baton Rouge and a year's supply of plywood from Marmillion Mills. Now, that is the finest plywood money can buy. If you're going out today, bundle up, because we'll be doing good if we can get up to 39 degrees.
39
Last
degrees,
night
you
was
were
the
right,
coldest
Trudy.
Halloween since
It's too cold for this time of year.
I am not
I'm gonna
used
write a
to this
letter.
hot weather, bro.
I don't like it. I turn blue when I'm cold, and blue is not in my color palette.
Anne Boleyn had 6 fingers.
Who is Anne Berlin?
Anne Boleyn. She was one of the 6 wives of Henry VIII.
Oh, I never watch public television.
She had 6 fingers.
What happened to the other 4?
She had 11 total.
What are you trying to say? Are you trying to confuse me?
This article here says that she had 6 fingers on one hand. So she had all her dresses made so that the sleeves hung down to her fingertips, so she wouldn't look weird.
Reader's Digest? Oh, that is a font of useful information.
Clary, I just love my new scarf. You are so thoughtful. It really jazzes up this outfit.
Well, the only thing that separates us from the animals is our ability to accessorize.
Well, I just want to spray a little more of my French perfume. I love it so much. I love it when the smell fills the air.
Well, don't waste it. That stuff ain't cheap.
Oh, save it, honey. We're gonna have to burn our clothes as it is anyway.
I'm just so touched that you remembered us.
Oh, I had a ball shopping, and I don't care what anybody says, the French people are very nice. They even had the courtesy to speak English.
Oh, and I love Weeze's too. I may have to borrow that sometime.
Well, you are welcome to it.
You don't like it, do you?
Well, of course I do. A print this busy will hide lots of dog hair.
My feet are like 2 blocks of ice.
And this coffee tastes like it was made in a rubber tire.
And now, honey, don't forget to pick up that new thing for the Mr. Coffee.
Have any of you seen her this morning?
I haven't. I went directly to the house when I got in, but only the boys were there.
Think she'll stop by?
I doubt it. I'm sure that her hair is the furthest thing from her mind.
Who knows what's on her mind? But she might need something, and I just wanted to be here for her.
I'm so glad you stayed open today,
How are the boys?
as well as could be expected.
My husband and I are taking some barbecue over there later.
I have never seen so much food.
You can never have enough at times like these. My husband's back at that apartment cooking up a storm. He's convinced his red beans and rice will make everyone feel better.
Well, maybe he's right. That's why we call it soul food. I'll have to get his recipe.
You'll have to ask him. Sammy runs me out of the kitchen anytime he starts cooking. That kitchen's so tiny, he's scared he'll hit me in the stomach with a spatula.
When are you moving in now?
Next month.
You had to bring it up. I can't stand that she's moving away now that I'm about to be a semi-grandmother.
It's just down this block, Trudy. A hop, skip, and a jump. And that apartment's so squunched, Sammy and I have to step outside just to change our minds. You're toying with me, aren't you?
Maybe a little bit, not a lot. Guess it's just me and the old man.
Oh, Trudy, be thankful. You would miss him if he were gone.
Oh, you know, last night, he actually got up off the couch and said, "Let's go out to eat." Well, when I came to, I asked him, "What's the matter?" I thought Deputy Dog had been preempted. Then he said he's got a good shot at doing the electrical contract and work for the new college library.
Yes.
I'm not supposed to tell anybody.
Hello, everybody.
Melinda.
Welcome back, Clary. Oh, how was Paris?
Oh, it was beautiful. Oh, I brought you a little present.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Here you go.
Don't turn off Shelby's radio. I like the noise.
There's special programming today. I had Jonathan come down to the station and pick out some music that Shelby would like. They're going to play it till noon.
He told me. I think you're all going to be surprised at some of the stuff you hear.
That's okay. It's for Shelby.
Malin, tell us, what can we do?
Thank you. Judy, do you think you could work your magic? I know I look like 10 miles of dirt road.
Well, let me get my magic wand and my fairy dust. How you doing, honey?
Fine. Little worried about Drum, though. Boys just got in last night, so not sure how they're doing. And Jackson is Jackson. And he's busy taking care of Jack Jr. I have to admit it is hard to remain somber with a baby running around.
Lynn, I'm beside myself. Wasn't Shelby fine when I left? Can you talk about it?
Sure. After the transplant failed, Shelby had to go back on dialysis. You knew about that. She'd been fine the past few months, and then last Monday, everything went wrong. It was like dominoes. Doctors thought they could fix everything with a little surgery. As they wheeled her down, she said, "Mama, I'm gonna feel so good when this is over." And they gave her anesthetic.
In a way, she was right. Maybe she knew she was going to be with her king.
Yes, Sanel. Maybe so.
We should be rejoicing.
You go ahead. I wish I could feel that way. But I guess I'm a little selfish. I'd rather have it here.
I don't mean to upset you by saying that, Miss Malin. You see, when things like this happen, I pray very hard to make heads and tails of it. And I think in Shelby's case, she just wanted to take care of that baby, of you, everyone she knew. things she wanted to do. So she went to a place where she could be a guardian angel. She will always be young. She will always be beautiful. I personally feel much safer knowing she's up there on my side. I know some people may think that sounds simple or stupid. Maybe I am, but that's just how I get through things like this.
Thank you, Manel. I appreciate that. And that is a very good idea. Shelby, as you know, would not want us to get all mired down and wallow in this. She'd just look at it as one of life's occurrences. We should just deal with it the best way we can and get on with it. That is what my mind says. I wish somebody would explain that to my heart.
Tommy says you never left her side.
I didn't feel like playing bridge. No. I couldn't leave my Shelby. You know, it's interesting. Both the boys were very difficult births. I almost died when I had Jonathan. Very difficult births. Shelby, she was a breeze. I could have gone home that afternoon I had her. I was thinking about that as I was sitting next to her when she was in the coma. I'd work her arms and legs, to keep her circulation going. I told the ICU nurses we were doing our Jane Fonda. Yeah. I stayed. I pushed on, just like I always did when it came to Shelby. Hoping she would sit up and start arguing with me. Finally, we realized there was no hope. At that point, I panicked. I was afraid I would not survive the next few minutes as they shut down the machines. Drum couldn't take it. He left. Jackson couldn't take it. He left. You know, it's amusing. Men are supposed to be made of steel or something. But I could not leave. I just sat there, holding her hand as the sounds got softer. The beats got farther apart. Until all was quiet. There was no noise, no tremble, just peace. That's when I realized, as a woman, how lucky I was. I was there when this wonderful person drifted into my world. And I was there when she drifted out. It was the most precious moment of my life thus far.
Well, I don't know how your insides are doing, honey, but your hair's holding up just beautifully.
kind of talk. It was so odd doing my own hair. I didn't know what I was doing in the back.
You did a beautiful job. I just smoothed out the rough spots. In fact, I'm going to be looking for some temporary help when Adele goes on maternity leave. Are you interested?
Just to know with everything going on, if I have time, I feel like stopping by. But this morning, I wanted to come here more than anything. Isn't that silly? No. You know, last night I went into Shelby's closet for something. Guess what I found? All of our Christmas presents stacked up and wrapped. With our own two hands. I better go.
Oh, here. Let me check the bag.
Perfect. As always. You know, Shelby was right. It kind of does look like a blonde football helmet.
Oh, honey. Honey, sit right back down. Are you feeling all right?
Yeah. Yeah. I feel fine. I feel great. I could jog to Texas and back. But Madonna can't. She never could. I am so mad. I don't know what to do. I want to know why. I want to know why Shelby's life is over. How is that baby ever gonna understand how wonderful his mother was? Is he ever gonna understand what she went through for him? I don't understand. But I wish I did. It is not supposed to happen this way. I'm supposed to go first. I have always been ready to go first. I can't stand this. I just want to hit somebody until they feel as bad as I do. I just want to hit something, and I want to hit it hard. Here, hit this.
Are you okay?
Slap her.
Are you crazy?
Hit her.
Are you high? Clary, have you lost your mind? We can sell t-shirts that say, I slap Weezer Boudreaux. Hit her!
Ruby, call 911.
Don't let her beauty stand in the way. Hit her!
Miss Clary, enough.
Hush, Clary.
Come on, Weezer. This is your chance to help out your fellow man. Knock her lights out, Malin.
Clary, you are going to piss God off if you're not careful.
Let me go. Well, Malin, you just missed the chance of a lifetime. Most of the chickens in Parish give their eye teeth to take a whack at Weezer.
You are a pig from hell.
All right, hit me then. I deserve it.
Oh, whatever would we do without Clary's special brand of humor?
Clary, you are evil. You must be destroyed.
Honey, Mother Nature's taking care of that faster than you could. Things were getting entirely too serious there for a moment. I'm sorry, Lynn. We are all entitled to our sorrow.
That was very funny.
know that wasn't a very Christian thing for you to do.
You're gonna have to lighten up now.
My husband said the same thing.
I bet Lloyd got a kick out of that one.
Oh, Lloyd did get a lot of enjoyment at my expense when he was alive.
Oh, Malin, you know how much Lloyd adored Shelby. I bet he's up there right now, showing her around, fixing her speeding tickets.
Shelby was crazy about Lloyd.
She worshipped the quicksand he walked on. And I can just imagine when she got up there, he was so happy to see a familiar face. He was a Louisiana politician. We don't know many people who went to heaven.
Larry.
Oh, Weezer, you know I love you more than my luggage.
Oh, you are too twisted for color TV.
Well, now that you two have made up, we had better let this woman go. Just to pull herself together. She cannot be a pillar of strength with eye makeup running down her neck.
You go on out there, Miss Malin. We'll be just fine.
Shouldn't have gone on like I did. Made everybody cry. So sorry.
Don't be silly. Laughter through tears is my favorite emotion.
Maybe it was about time I had an emotional outburst. Maybe I'll start having them at home more often.
The drum would be so pleased.
I'm so glad I stopped by here. Shelby would have had a good time here this morning.
I'm sure she did.
Malin, would you let your family, especially Drum, know that they are in my prayers? There, now, I said it, I do pray. Are you satisfied?
I have suspected this all along.
But don't you go trying to get me to come to your church, to one of those tent revivals with those Bible readers doing God knows what. They might try to get me to eat a live chicken.
Not on your first visit.
Very good now. Spoken like a true smartass.
Oh, and Malin, Owen wanted me to tell you that you are in his thoughts.
Didn't think you and Owen
Well, he's coming in on Monday to take me to Shelby's service. That girl will do anything to get us together.
I better be going.
Malin, you promise me you'll call if you need anything to hear.
And if her line's busy, you call me.
Call me. I got call waiting. I just got it.
I will.
Oh, Miss Malin, I don't know if this is the time or place, but I just wanted to let you know that Sammy and I have decided that if this is a girl, we're going to name it Shelby. Since she's the reason we met and all. If you don't mind.
Mind.
Shelby would love that.
I'm tickled pink.
Pink. What will you name it if it's a boy?
Shelby, I guess.
And that is the way it should be. Life goes on.
Malin, I know it's hard, but it will get better. And if you feel like taking a whack at something, you come on over and take a whack at me. I won't break.
I might take you up on that. You have no idea how wonderful you are.
we do.
There. That's better.
Welcome to the Josh Brady vlog. We have to strike the set, cut down the screen. This thing is on. We're gonna watch the thing. I'm not gonna watch the thing, I'm going, but everyone else is gonna watch the thing. It's gonna be pretty cool. Who's down there? Look at Jess, look at Jess. Yeah, hello Jess. You're on the Josh Brady vlog.
Are you filming?
Yeah. Because it's the Josh Brady vlog.
Okay, well it's Tyler Hanford's SD card, so.
So, well, you think he's gonna get mad at me? Come on.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Tyler, I'm sorry, don't hurt me. Oh my gosh.